With one of the best camera systems in any smartphone, the most powerful smartphone chip in the world, the inclusion of a USB-C connection, a battery that can last up to 2 days, an exterior that's made partly of titanium, and a display that's extremely clear. This is the iPhone 15 Pro Max in white, a phone that I've owned for almost 2 months, and these are my thoughts about it. But before that, please help support the channel by subscribing below. Not only is it free, but the support you give allows me to keep making videos that help you, and it's very much appreciated. The design of the iPhone 15 Pro Max has changed little since the iPhone 12. It measures 6.3 inches in height, just over 3 inches in width, it has a depth of 0.32 inches and weighs 221 grams, making it almost 20 grams lighter than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. There's a power button on the right side, volume buttons on the left, a new action button above them replacing the silent switch, and a new USB-C charging port at the bottom. Now personally, I've always liked the iPhone design, as it's simple, easy to hold, and the buttons, well, it just makes sense, leading to the fact that the iPhone is very easy to use. However, despite no obvious physical changes, there are 3 distinct differences. The exterior is made in part of titanium, making it more robust and lightweight. The lightning port at the bottom has been replaced with a USB-C connection that has USB 3 speeds, and the silent switch that was above the volume buttons has been replaced with an action button, allowing you to assign a feature or a shortcut to it. Now this change to a USB-C port is something many iPhone users have been asking for, and thanks to recent changes in EU legislation, it's finally happened. And this change brings several improvements. It's more reliable than a lightning cable. It is much quicker at transmitting data. It can now be connected to other devices, and it finally releases Apple's grip on the iPhone cable market, allowing iPhone owners to buy cheaper cables and adapters. So a big plus on this front. The action button is another long overdue but welcome change to the Pro series, replacing the mute switch that was above the volume buttons, with a customizable button allowing you to open your favourite feature such as the camera, voice memos, or even an app. Now in fairness, this was already possible using the back tap feature that came out with iOS 14, but the fact there's now a button makes using it as a shortcut even easier, and having assigned the browser to it, I'm finding it extremely useful. As coupled with Face ID login, I'm now able to access my browser as soon as I pick up the phone. Powering the iPhone 15 Pro series is Apple's new A17 Pro Chip with 6-core CPU, 6-core GPU, and it has a neural engine that is up to 2 times faster, along with 8GB of RAM, making the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max the most powerful smartphones in the world. Now personally, I feel this is something many people overlook, as coupled with the fact that Apple provides security and software updates longer than any other smartphone manufacturer, there is enough headroom in this phone to last many years. So if you are looking for a device to last you a long time, then it's certainly worth considering. And as for the overheating issues that some owners reported shortly after the iPhone 15's release, well, I haven't experienced this myself, but the latest version of iOS 17 is reported to have fixed it. The camera is another area where the iPhone 15 Pro series shines. On the back there's an ultra-wide lens, a 12 megapixel telephoto lens with an optical zoom that's been increased to 5 times zoom, and a 48 megapixel main lens that has a super high resolution of 24 megapixels. And both the images and video this phone takes are fantastic. But rather than go into the technical details of how the camera works, I'll simply tell you what I like about it. The images this phone takes are extremely clear and vibrant. The 5 times optical zoom combined with the iPhone 15 Pro's improved stabilisation means I've been enjoying taking photos of distant objects and seeing just how good they are. And portrait photos are now captured automatically when the camera detects a person or a pet, removing the need to select portrait mode before taking a photo. This means you can now add or remove portrait mode to a photo after it's been taken, and if you want to, you can change the focus to another subject that's in the photo by going to Edit and selecting them. It also works with night mode to take even better photos in low light. Video is also very clear, and if you're interested in using Apple's ProRes, then the iPhone 15 Pro series can now record in 4K at 60 frames per second, as opposed to the previous 30 frames per second. Apple have also addressed the problem of having to store large video files on the phone by allowing you to connect the iPhone directly to an external drive while filming. And coupled with the faster USB-C transfer speeds, it means you are now able to transfer footage quickly between devices. Now, this isn't something I've had to do yet, but it's a big step in the right direction should I need to in the future. The 6.7-inch OLED display on the iPhone 15 Pro Max is one of the best on the market, with a screen resolution of 2796 by 1290 that provides incredible clarity. And combined with the ProMotion display with its adaptive refresh rate of up to 120 Hz, it's a pleasure to use. It also has a peak brightness outdoors of up to 2000 nits, making it even easier to view in bright sunlight. So what about gaming? Well, the iPhone 15 Pro series is arguably the best gaming smartphone in the world. According to Apple, the new GPU with its 6-core design is up to 20% faster, and new to the Pro series is hardware accelerated ray tracing, bringing an improved level of environmental realism to games. In short, the phone can handle any game you throw at it and still has room to spare, and I've been having a blast playing games on it. As for the battery, well, Apple claim it will last up to 25 hours with video streamed constantly, or 95 hours with audio playback. Now, these aren't tests I've carried out myself, but I have been getting around a day and a half to 2 days of use out of it while using a mix of browsing, video calls, gaming and general app usage, and I'm very happy with this. So what are the pros and cons of the iPhone 15 Pro Max? Well, the A17 Pro Chip makes it the most powerful smartphone in the world, with a GPU that can handle any game. The camera system is one of the best you will find. The addition of a USB-C port means faster transfer speeds, improved reliability, and it's able to connect to more devices. It has a premium build, with titanium adding to its already premium design, and the larger screen on the Pro Max with its high resolution is a delight to use. However, being an Apple device, it's not as customizable as Android. It doesn't have faster charging like its rivals. The action button can only be used with one action at a time. The Pro Max is large and not particularly comfortable to carry in your pocket. There isn't a phone charger in the box, meaning you'll have to buy one if you don't own one already. And perhaps the biggest downside is it's expensive. So should you get one? Well, if you're looking for the most powerful smartphone in the world that can handle any app or game, or if you want a device that has a large screen, fantastic camera system and will last a long time, and you don't mind the cost nor the fact it's an Apple device, then you may want to consider getting one. Alternatively, if you want to pay slightly less for a phone, then you may want to consider getting the iPhone 15 Pro, which offers exactly the same as the Pro Max but comes with a smaller screen, battery and has a smaller storage option too. And that's it, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. If you have any questions or would simply like to tell me what you like or don't like about the phone, please let me know in the comments below. Meanwhile, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please help support the channel by subscribing below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.